Ever since the first Pokemon games, there have been major changes made to Pokemon moves. New moves are added every generation. Sometimes moves will have changes made to their base power or secondary effect, and in Generation 4, attacking moves are made to be either physical or special. As of version 3.0.1 of Scarlet and Violet's release, there are a total of 934 moves in the mainline Pokemon games. However, one thing regarding moves has stayed the same ever since Pokemon Red and Blue, which is that Pokemon are only able to learn a max of 4 moves at once. In competitive Pokemon, most movesets of Pokemon not holding a choice item or assault vest usually consist of 2 attacking moves, a supporting move, and protect if we're talking doubles. If we're talking singles, 4 attacking moves isn't uncommon, but you'd probably want to run at least 1 supporting or setup move too, assuming you're not running a choice item or assault vest, as those are both items that restrict move use. For most Pokemon, 4 move slots is plenty for them to be able to do their job, whether that be all-out offense, supporting and setting up, or a mix of both. For some Pokemon though, 4 moves is not nearly enough, making them feel extremely limited in fulfilling their role on a team. Fans have named this phenomenon the 4 Moveslot Syndrome, which I will recall the worst victims of in this video. Before getting started, I will mostly be considering these Pokemon movesets in the context of VGC doubles, with some Smogon singles thrown in here and there, although I don't feel that it changes the desired moves on these Pokemon that much. With that being said, let's get into the worst victims of 4 Moveslot Syndrome in competitive Pokemon. Grimmsnarl has always been at least somewhat commonly used in VGC formats, as it is extremely versatile as to what kind of supporting moveset you want to run. Due to its prankster ability and access to many good status moves, and some good attacking moves too, those 4 move slots are highly contested on this thing. Spirit Break is a must, since it's a reliable fairy stab move with a good secondary effect. Dual Screens is also really reliable, but if you go that route, that leaves you with only 1 move slot left. If you don't run Dual Screens, you'll probably have space for Fake Out or Sucker Punch, which Grimmsnarl also gets access to, or you could run any of the number of status moves it gets, like Thunder Wave, Taunt, Imprison, Trick, Fake Tears, Scary Face, Parting Shot, Misty Terrain, and even more. Iron Valiant has consistently seen a lot of use in OU as a fast sweeper thanks to its high speed and attacking stats and great move pool. It is the only Pokemon on this list that sees use as a mixed attacker, as both its attack and special attack are quite good. Like Grimmsnarl, it also gets access to Spirit Break, but unfortunately can't learn Play Rough, the primary move that most physical Fairy-type Pokemon like to run. It does, however, get Moonblast, which it typically uses as its main Fairy-type stab. Close Combat is its best Fighting-type stab move, with Knockoff being essential to run to disrupt your opponent's item-based strategies while still doing a lot of damage. If you go this route, you are only left with 1 move slot left, which could be filled by a number of things, such as Shadow Ball, Encore, Calm Mind, Swords Dance, Psyshock, Vacuum Wave, Ice Punch, Liquidation, Leaf Blade, X-Scissor, Poison Jab, and more. Incineroar is one of, if not the best supporting Pokemon in VGC at the moment, and maybe ever. If you want a more in-depth explanation as to how and why this Fire Cat was so successful, I recommend this video from Wolfie VGC. Anyway, Incineroar's moveset will almost always have Fake Out and Flare Blitz, which already takes up half of its moveset. It usually likes to run Knockoff too, as it gets access to that thanks to the TM for it returning in the DLC. It also has access to Parting Shot, U-Turn, Snarl, and Will-O-Wisp to either pivot out or weaken your opponent, and now learns Helping Hand because why not? Might as well give Incineroar Follow Me, Instruct, Decorate, and Spiky Shield too. Dragonite has made a huge comeback this generation in pretty much all formats from singles to doubles, as it benefits immensely from terrestrialization, being able to hit opponents with powerful Terra-normal extreme speeds. While Dragonite does have a pretty decent move pool, it unfortunately doesn't get great stab moves for either of its types though. It gets Outrage, which has a bad drawback, Dragon Claw, which is only 80 base power, Scale Shot, which is inconsistent, Aerial Ace, which is weak, and that's about it. Even if it just chooses one of those, it still needs to save room for a ground move with either Earthquake or Stomping Tantrum, a status move like Dragon Dance or Roost, and another attacking move for better coverage like Ice Spinner, Iron Head, Aqua Jet, or Low Kick. Cresselia has always been a great defensive Pokemon in VGC, with its massive bulk even after being nerfed, as well as being the premier Trick Room setter despite not even being that slow. With its new signature move Lunar Blessing, a move that basically combines both Life Dew and Heal Bell, Cresselia can keep itself and its teammates alive very well. If not healing allies, it can also boost their attacks with Helping Hand. As a Psychic type, it gets access to moves like Calm Mind if you want to boost yourself, or Ally Switch if you want to be a nuisance. Fairy Terra is very common for Cresselia to get around the Dark weakness, so Moonblast is a good attacking move if not running the stab Psychic. Ice Beam and Icy Wind are great options too, and all of this is not even mentioning the most common status moves on Pokemon in VGC, Protect. Whimsicott is mostly known for its role as a slightly worse Tailwind setter than Tornadus in VGC, but it does have many other moves to offer as well. The Fairy typing gives it Stab Moonblast, access to Helping Hand, Encore, Taunt, Fake Tears, and Sunny Day are a huge plus to help out your ally, and Beat Up can be used in really specific situations like with Annihilate to boost the damage of Rage Fist, Archaludon to boost its defense, or Terrakion to boost its attack. Clefairy is a great support Pokemon in VGC thanks to its access to the Friend Guard ability in the move Follow Me. With the Eviolite, it becomes decently bulky and is just a great asset for your ally to stay alive. I just mentioned Follow Me, which is essential to run, as well as Protect. Other great supporting moves include Helping Hand, Heal Pulse, Wish, Charm, Fake Tears, Thunderwave, Trick, Moonlight, Life Dew, and Sing. I haven't even mentioned a single attacking move yet, and what's crazy is that some players don't even run an attacking move on Clefairy at all. If you did run an attacking move, you'd have the choice between Moonblast, a consistent stab move, Icy Wind, a spread damage form of speed control, Knockoff to get rid of your opponent's item, as well as many other great choices. If you don't run any of these, let's just hope you don't get taunted. And those are just some of the biggest victims of 4 Moveslot Syndrome in competitive Pokemon. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with any of my reasonings, and if you have any suggestions as to Pokemon I missed. Also, what movesets do you run on these Pokemon with 4 Moveslot Syndrome? Anyway, thanks for watching.